Hello everybody, how are you today? I am sitting here and the rain outside is kind of discouraging, but it's not going to stop me from making this little video today. I've been connecting with my guides and they're telling me that I need to just put some information out there just to kind of help uplift people and maybe change their behaviors a little bit so that they can enhance or enrich their lives, even in the smallest amount. But before I do that, I just thought I would share my funny shirt with you because we could all use some comic relief. I don't know if you could see it. Has nothing to do with the topic of discussion for this video, but anyway, you should see the production I have going on here. I have lighting. I have a tripod. This video making is getting quite fancy. So anyhow, yes, I have made a connection and that's the putting it very lightly that I've made the connection. In fact, something tells me that you might see some orbs in this video because they're definitely around me right now trying to inspire me to say what needs to be said right now in order to help people just kind of make some small changes in their lifestyle or their daily schedule to open them up more to the possibility of more balance and better health. And I don't mean exercise. I know that's good too, but anyway, this is a little bit different. So every week on a regular basis, no matter what I'm doing in my day, I tend to get this repetitive thought process going in my head. And I know that that's a sign from my guides that this is a topic that's important, not just for me to put out there, but it's important for myself as well. So I need to pay attention when that happens. Every now and then my ears will ring and I know that that's what's called a download, which means I'm getting something. And I got a download like 3 days ago, and sometimes it takes a few days to unpack the information. It's not like I know what's going on right away, but that's how it happens for me. And whenever I put these videos out, just as a side note, all of the information that I say or that I communicate, take it or leave it, folks. I'm just trying to help make this world a better place and coming from very honest intention, and my ability to do this is getting stronger and stronger in my opinion. And the calling to put content out there is growing as well. So that's why I'm doing this. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. So the topic that they want me to talk about and to try to be better about is being connected primarily to electronics. So many people have lowered their threshold of boredom, what boredom is, because whenever they feel a sense of boredom, the first thing that they do is they actually grab their phone and see what's going on. Anything to just kind of keep your mind occupied. And this actually doesn't do much good for us in terms of our spiritual and our emotional health. So if you're looking to improve that, one of the most respectful suggestions that I could give, that I would like to give myself as well, is we need to try to find a way to decrease our access. Not access per se, because we're so blessed to have all of this information at our fingertips. But what I mean is trying to prevent ourselves from making that our go-to in what we have for our spare time on such a regular basis. So most of us have our cell phones with us all the time. And by all the time, I also mean like right by our bedside while we're sleeping. And not only does that put out a frequency where that can mess with our energetic vibes, you know, from a physical standpoint, but knowing it's there is kind of a comfort as well, because if you get a phone call or whatever, you'll hear it, or, you know, if you wake up in the middle of the night, it's right there for you to access where you can go look at whatever you want. The suggestion that's coming to me is to try to find, if you haven't already, at least 20 to 30 minutes a day where you completely disconnect from your electronic devices. Not only does that mean the phone, but it also means the television. Anything that is an outside source of information for you, completely disconnect from it. And I can tell you what's going to happen when you do that. Not only is it going to help you kind of find a different thing to do to keep your mind and body occupied, but it's also going to start rewiring your brain and all of the energetic centers in your body that interact with your human side, the physical part of your body. It's going to actually help to rewire some of the networks in your brain, and it's going to help to restabilize some of your energy in your body. And by that I mean like your spiritual and your emotional energy. We're very disconnected in so many ways to that component, and that's such a big part of who we really are and how we're supposed to remain centered and grounded in this crazy, crazy world that we live in. It's going to help us to focus more on what's important. It's going to help us reconnect with what matters most in this lifetime. It's gonna make a big difference. And I've done this in the past, and unfortunately sometimes I still revert back to the phone and all of that, and I'm just as responsible as anybody. But I find that doing this is really empowering. And it really does help to kind of recenter and realign all of the energies in my system. So doing that can really help to open up your connection to the realm of the unknown. And not only that, but it also increases your aura and your energetic field. I want to go into more detail about that, but they're telling me that that's not necessary. So if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like, something's just aren't working out the way that they need to work out, or something's just not right with your energy or with your disposition, try something little like that. Try to just step away and disconnect from the electronics and the outside information. Because when you do that, big changes will happen. And hopefully it will turn into kind of the domino effect where you'll want to do it more and more often, because you'll start to see the benefits of how you feel and how you think. Because whenever you access that information from the news or what have you, they show you things that aren't always the real story. And they'll show you things that can be very upsetting, and there's so much more negative information out there than there is positive, and you really have to search for the positive, but it's definitely out there, and sometimes you just got to go out of your way to look for it. And when you do, you'll see the difference that it makes in your life. So 20 to 30 minutes a day, even start with 5 minutes if you have to, if you're really, 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 really connected. Just totally align your focus with, I am not going to check my email. I am not going to go on social media. I am not going to turn on the television. I am not going to have Alexa give me the weather report or whatever, because then there will be ads that go along with it, and those ads will end up, influencing me somehow. So just try something like that. And see how you feel. Pay attention to that. Where you place your focus and your attention is where you also place your energy. And when you place your energy in things that are positive and help align you with the original source of energy that's within all of us, big things start to happen. Your body starts to feel better. And there's so much more involved to the story, but I'll get into that a different day. So I send you this transmission with love, and I hope that you enjoy what I have to say. And this is not about me. This is so much bigger, and I really hope that more people will want to seek out ways of making their lives feel more impactful and more fulfilled, so to speak. because my putting this information out, as hard as it is at times, it's very fulfilling, and I love hearing back from people when I don't want to say when I've struck a nerve, but when I've made them think about something a little bit differently, because it is all about perspective. There are so many different versions of perspective, and you know, when you think one thing is going a certain way, if you don't know the behind the scenes information, you could be totally misguided and misled, and there's judgment and all of that. So I'll talk about that a different day. But anyway, I hope you're all well. Please reach out to me if you have any questions or things you'd like to talk about. Share this video if I've made a difference in your day, and I will see you again soon.